better as the alternate if you want to keep it, so,
Okay, yeah, I was gonna plan on going either way, so.
yeah.
Anyone object to that?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
And I can point out, there isn't any reason why you both can't go to the meeting
Right.
either, so. When I served as the alternate, it was pretty frequent for the councilperson and myself both to go, so, okay. The next one would be the Fire Relief Board. Kate has been serving in that role for the last 5 years or so. Anybody want to arm wrestle Kate for it?
You like it?
I love it,
Okay.
but if somebody else wants to try it, I don't wanna hog it, but I'm
Love
fine
it.
staying.
I think it's all yours.
Okay.
This is the year to give it away, for somebody to pick it up. This is an easy year. We have the memorandum of understanding done for pension.
You need a break, just.
The next one would be CCEC. Currently Amanda is serving as a representative. I know this tends to be a popular one historically, so if people want to arm wrestle for it.
Council?
Was that sarcasm?
No, actually, it's
No, actually,
I mean, I was like, I don't know if that was sarcasm. It does not matter to me. I've been struggling to make it to meetings on Tuesdays this past year. So if somebody has interest, I can,
What days of the week is, or what,
third Tuesday.
third Tuesday?
I can't do another night meeting.
Let me look.
You say no?
No, I can't do another night meeting. If it was 7 in the morning, sure.
So many people were concerned that that meeting
Gina,
was
is this
wrong.
something that interests you or not?
It is not, but I'd I'm sorry. This is probably the one that I probably would be the least good at, but.
fine keeping it. I have no issue with that. Doesn't matter to me.
Anyone
If-
opposed to
Can
that?
I be an alternate, so if she can't go to a meeting, then she can just text me and say, hey, I'm not gonna make it, and then I'll go?
Sounds like a great plan.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay, so,
Good teamwork, guys.
so primary alternate.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Which that kind of works out with the fire rescue days
That's true.
stuff as well.
Yeah.
Okay. MVTA.
What did we do last? Didn't we just like,
We
I
can't
thought
hear
we
you
kind of-
anymore,
Scrap the whole
Tom.
thing?
You're muted. Just kidding.
So Gina, so where we'd gone with that is a couple years ago, we decided that we weren't going to, the expectation is that the representative was not going to go to every meeting, that they could use their judgment and go when there was relevant material, or we needed to lobby for something. So when Bryce was serving as a representative, he took that approach, and then Gina was appointed as the replacement with Bryce's resignation. So unless the council changes it, that would continue to be the expectation.
And I can keep that, and I would like to actually at least go and get acquainted, and I'm okay keeping that.
But even with that one too, I mean, if we need an alternate, because then with 2 of the transportation ones kind of, then we can flip-flop.
Yeah, I would
over.
like to go to the 35 one at least once too, to just get a feel for it too.
Is there somebody that would like to serve as the alternate for that?
Josh.
Yeah, I
Josh.
was nominating or
Okay.
volunteering myself as a
Okay.
backup.
we're gonna be done in like 2 minutes.
MBTA with Josh is a second.
Second.
And just, there's nothing stopping you from going to the meetings. It's just
Right,
they really haven't been applicable to us.
right.
And remind me, are these ones virtual, or have they been virtual, or?
They are
at
meeting
certain
in person
In Burnsville.
currently. They do have a virtual
Day
component.
and time? I guess I should have asked that. I assume they were still.
4:30, last Wednesday of the month.
I'll be the alternate.
It's just north of Cliff
And they
Road,
already wrote it
down
down.
at the MVTA garages. They moved their offices down there, so. Okay, and then, the appeals board, Josh has been serving on that for the last 3 or 4 years as the representative. Number of times the appeals board meets here is typically around 6. So,
I'm always happy to do it or be a backup. I don't.
Yeah, same.
You wanna get
since,
rid of it, Josh?
since it's a formal appeals board, I don't know that, the ordinance does not provide for an alternate in this case.
We usually just schedule around people's
Schedules.
availability.
Yep.
And I'm totally okay keeping it, or if others wanna, I mean, I think we've got a good rhythm, or at least policy history, whatever decisions, why they've been made, so I think anybody else could step in, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but also, I mean, and it's nice, this is a nice one if schedules conflict, because we can build around each other's schedules, so it's not like a set time, which is why I've liked doing it,
Sure.
but I'm happy to let
If
somebody
you
else
have a
do it.
good system going and want to keep it, I'm okay with that.
Nominate Josh.
Perfect.
I was trying to say the exact opposite. It didn't come out right, but-
So you don't want
No,
it?
no, no, I don't, that's totally fine, I was saying, by all means, it's open, but I'll happily continue.
How many pages does it take to write down how many things you're involved in?
If it gets to be too much, holler.
Yeah.
We can do a mid-year reappointment if we need to.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so at this point, we just need a motion to make the council assignments as, appointments and assignments as discussed.
So moved.
Motion by Kate,
Second.
second by Gina. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
Okay, we have the one amended item under consent. Otherwise, no other changes, Mr. Mayor.
Don't we have to do the
Don't we have to do
depository
the
newspaper?
Oh, we do,
newspaper
sorry.
and-
Official newspaper, same situation as we've had in previous years. We've gone out, requested multiple quotes. We figured we'd take a run at the Trib again, just to see if they had any interest. There was no response, which has been typically what's happened in the past. Sun Times out of Lakeville typically does put in a proposal. They are a little bit cheaper than New Prague Times, but they provide no coverage of the community, of our regular meetings, events, et cetera. New Prague Times is a little bit more expensive, but they do provide, see, right there.
Patrick.
Do provide regular coverage of the community, our official meetings, and then also community and civic events, et cetera. Outside of that, the papers are very typical. You can subscribe and get it delivered. You can access the public hearing notices online, et cetera. In the past, the council has chosen to go with the New Prague Times because they are an information dissemination source. They're engaged in the community and the chamber and in other ways, so.
Motion to approve Resolution 2402, designating New Prague Times as our official newspaper.
Motion by Kate,
Second.
second by Josh. All in favor?
Aye.
On the last one is designation of official depositories. This would be the same as we've had for a number of years.
I don't have to abstain
Hey,
anymore.
wanna
You
make that
don't.
motion?
No, I don't.
The mayor get to make the motion?
Nope.
Motion to approve resolution 24-03.
Motion by Josh,
Second.
second by Kate. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. On to consent agenda. Anyone have any items on consent they would like to hold or have any quick questions on?
Motion to approve consent agenda.
Motion by Kate,
Second.
second by Gina. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Consent passes. We have no public hearings, no general business, so we'll get into report.
I have nothing for administration. I'll have a email update coming out tomorrow morning,
Okay.
or tomorrow afternoon, excuse me.
Anything, Public Works, I think, had a report in the packet. Is there anything in addition?
Corey didn't have anything in addition to that.
Okay. Chief, how you doing?
Try to limit it to 20 minutes or so.
Yeah,
here.
please do.
Just a couple of quick updates. Staffing, Officer Adabo, it's still hard to say, is moving into phase 3, should be done here in a couple of weeks with his training out on his own, which will be our 7th full-time police officer. With that new schedule starting in March, Officer Wirtz, our part-time officer, has indicated that she wants to step down, and more to come on that as we go. But with that, like I said, implementation of that 7th full-time officer, new schedule March 1st, that's gonna bolster our coverage, where it's gonna be really rare, knock on wood, if we stay full staff, where we're gonna have our gaps in coverage. So about 99% of the time, when a resident calls 911, they're gonna get Elko Market officer, which is huge for us and very excited about. We had an officer candidate that we had put in the background who had just failed that background, so we are opening up again for that open expansion position. So
I don't have
that
to
ad will
do
probably
this
go out next week. We are planning on doing a 1-month application collection time. Then we'll go through a full process of interviews, which we'll be reaching out again. Amanda's been doing a great job for us.
Oh, really?
Clearly.
Jinx comes to mind, but
Oh,
I'm not
oh
gonna
for
say
three.
that or anything.
That's like really bad.
Yeah,
They-
maybe it's
rub it
really
in.
good.
She's just making sure that we're keeping the bar high.
Yes. There's a whole host of new candidates out there eligible that have passed their license test, so I'm actually excited about going out again. We've been seeing an uptick in applications, I'm hoping that stays, but I'm a really positive person. So, that might, go quick. So, recap of Shop with a Hero was a great success again. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures in the memo, but 5 great families, 8 great kids, really made their Christmas. It was awesome. There's 5 firefighters, 4 police officers, an incredible time. We were able to raise over $2,300 for the program, and each child got to spend $100 on gifts for themselves, and it was awesome. Plus, each family got a Visa gift card to help with that difficult time. Plus, we have $600+ left over for seed money for next year to expand it, increase more kids. And goal is to have the kids back again next year and then expand the pool as well. So great program. Thank you to everybody that helped. Chamber, Elko Speedway, the whole family, Firehouse Grill, everybody that helped out. It was a great success. So great program. Absolutely love that one. And unless there's any questions, that can be it, Mayor.
I just wanted to confirm, since we've got everybody together, Amanda to continue to be the council rep on the hiring process after we open it up again.
It'd be a case-by-case basis.
If you get bored of it, I can take over too.
Yeah, happy to be a part, and
Well,
I promise to
here's-
show up.
Here's actually what I would like, if both of you wanna come, I would love that. If you both
Yeah.
will do when we get them scheduled, we'll work with both of you and get you on there. There's no reason we can't have all of you if you wanted to be on there. I love city representation there, it's awesome. So, we'll include
Yeah,
both of
I
you.
would love to.
No, it's fun, it's a good process, so,
It is fun.
great, thank you, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Is there, just a quick question, is there like a typical thing we're finding when they fail these background checks? I mean, I don't know, what are some of the reasons why they fail these that,
I hate to say failed,
Yeah.
because none of them failed. The needs of the candidate can't be met by us. They wouldn't be a good fit, is what we're finding out. There's no crimes, there's no official disqualifiers. Literally, I will not bring someone on who we can't help succeed. And what has happened with the last 3 candidates, and you're all aware of this, we now have 7 officers. 4 of them have under a year and a half of experience. 3 of them have under 6 months. So I cannot bring on somebody that needs a lot of developmental issues, because I don't have people to staff with them to bring them along and make them succeed. And that's not fair to the candidate. That's what it boils down to. Their developmental needs can't be met by us.
that's helpful? Because when I hear you say fail the background check of the phase or whatever, it sounds like
I-
other things
Do
than
you
that.
think, like, why- Why does a
weren't a
police
fit.
officer not pass a background?
Right,
Like,
that-
that's
that's
like,
fine.
it's kind of
Okay, well, that's helpful,
interesting.
so thank you.
It's not a pass, we just can't bring them on. If we had 40 officers and 10 field training officers, that I could spend more time with them to develop them. I don't have the developmental capacity in our small department. We've always had older, more experienced candidates. Those people are gone, so now everybody we bring on, if they're all brand new, potential of a field training officer that's not off probation, training someone brand new.
And we have to, there's reference checks. So there are the normal types of things that you might find in the private sector or other positions related to an employee and contacting references and stuff that may raise flags, where we just don't want to take the risk on a project, so to speak, so.
An example is in a bigger department, if you have someone that struggles to get to work and has an attendance problem, that might work at a department with 5, 6, 7 officers on duty because they still have the others. Here that doesn't work because there's no one to work for them. So we have to have strong attendance, you know, we have to have strong, financial responsibility. You know, if we have people that are really struggling financially, that's not great for law enforcement candidates. So I totally stated that, they didn't fail, it's just.
I don't think you said fail, just so you know.
Didn't pass, maybe.
Didn't pass,
Didn't
that,
pass.
it's something that, it's just, it's the interpretation that we,
All right. Engineering, Rich, do we have audio? Can you hear us at all?
I gotta unmute Rich real quick, give me a second.
maybe he can. lip
Based on
read.
his reaction, I don't know if he,
I don't know if he can hear us.
Rich, wave if you can hear us.
I can't hear a thing.
Okay.
We'll just we'll just chat with him that he should give his report.
If you have a question, you'll have to send it in the chat or text.
Okay. Does anyone have a question that we need to send in?
Is that city administrator talk? Mine says, what you typed was.
I have no report.
Yo, Epod?
Yeah.
Apparently some of my keys did not register.
It's not just me, I
Shorthand, it was code.
All right.
He got it, he said, I have no report.
Well, thanks, Rich. Kind of. Community development.
No report.
Yeah. Parks, anything to pass along?
No, they have an upcoming meeting, so.
Hey, can you cover for me next week at CCEC?
Speaking of. CCEC.
The meeting's next week, first meeting, on Tuesday.
It's on my calendar. Good to go.
Thanks.
Other reports, scales tomorrow. Nothing really to share as far as the executive committee. Is there anything from service delivery?
No.
Okay. I-35,
We had a meeting this morning. The bagels are still delicious.
right on.
And I think, Tom, you forwarded out the email that had the attachments, so there was the 2024 legislative agenda that was marked up. There's a few more changes or minor tweaks to it. Nothing significant that really impacts us. Just noting that there is no, and maybe rightfully so yet, no Elko New Market County Road 2 bridge on the legislative priorities for this year, but that's probably to be anticipated. Next year is when we should make the push, or this year, and get it on for next year, or the year after for bonding, so.
So we'll have something in council update tomorrow, but I advised the council previously that we were aware that MnDOT is planning to make traffic control change at some undefined point in the future, probably after the winter, at the interchange. They have confirmed that they will be doing an all-way stop on the west side of the interchange, not both sides. We, as part of those communications, MnDOT indicated that their plans are now that it will be 10 to 15 years plus before they plan on doing anything with the interchange. Renee provided, I thought, a very well-worded response to that email.
2 words.
It wasn't long, but
It wasn't long.
I think I just expressed our disappointment that we believe the interchange will fail functionally before that time. The MnDOT representative, who is a high-level staff person at MnDOT, indicated that anything prior to the 10 to 15 plus years could be locally led. And I just advised her, my opinion was that it was a bridge in an interstate system that served a great area, and that is not a project that would be locally led.
But it's a continuation of what we've seen in the past is, as we've had discussions, as I've had discussions over my tenure with the city here about the timing of the bridge replacement, that timeline continues to get, 10 to 15 years ago, it was 10 to 15 years, and that 10 to 15-year timeline just keeps continuing to slide perpetually. The interesting part is we understand that the bridge group is recommending replacement sooner than that. But there's a difference between a subdivision within the organization saying, hey, this is when we think it should be replaced, and it actually being funded.
Well, this really isn't new news. I
No.
mean, this is, and,
Well, the-
you know, this year, or at least now we have, you know, our legislators kind of on our side. I mean, we're just trying to gain momentum. I don't think we were expecting the bridge to be replaced this year, but.
No,
No.
So,
The timeframe just
Yeah.
keeps just sliding, it feels.
I think that's just gonna take someone from above pushing.
can we just invite MinDOT down here during rush hour when they put that four-way stop in and have them see the traffic piling
have
up
the
across
camera
the bridge?
on the
And then they
bridge.
can't turn to get onto 35 because the traffic will be backed up so much?
so they have the camera on the bridge, and they've committed to doing traffic count monitoring on
Okay.
like an every other year basis. And the high-level person that Renee is talking about in the past has been supportive of the bridge replacement.
How do
Yeah.
they decide which bridge to replace and when, or where to put money in?
Politics and
Politics,
limitations on resources.
yeah, funding.
And it sounds like you're not willing to say that high-level person's name. So could you send an email unless you're willing to say who this person is?
You should
Tom
call
will
them out.
forward,
I-
Tom
I
will forward
agree.
you the email.
You'll be getting the email with, it was a nicely
was a
written.
nicely
Very
written
nicely written
email.
email, fairly detailed.
Yeah. And
You guys get a copy of it.
it was detailed to the point where MinDOT staff has done modeling analysis on a number of different traffic control scenarios, such as, you know, mini roundabouts or temporary signals, J-channels, and they feel that this is currently the best option for the least amount of money.
Okay. More lobbying to come. Any discussion by council items?
Yeah, right.
Motions to go home?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Amanda.
Mr. Mayor, Renee?
Just kidding.
Rich is texting, he was seeking feedback on that Dakota Avenue parking change.
We already have a motion to adjourn. I'm just kidding.
How do I remove that?
Just no one seconds it and it dies.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not sure I would be able to do it full justice in the discussion.
Let's kick the can to the next meeting then.
I will talk with the council members individually on my one-on-one meetings to make you aware of the issue, and we'll get full council direction at the next meeting.
So we still have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, yes.
Any seconds? I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Josh wants to
Meeting's
stick
adjourned.
around.